What's up guys, PSVT for you here, and today we're gonna talk about 5 games that gamers would love to see announced this year on E3. I hope I don't have to explain you what E3 is. I assume that you already know that, but what I can tell you that E3 is happening 2 months from today. It's gonna happen between the 14th and the 16th of June. So let's start with our 5 games that everybody would love to see announced this year on E3. Number 5. Topspin 5.
He didn't just say what I think he did he?
Yes, I did. Topspin 5 is a game that gamers that like sports are waiting for so long time. I mean, Topspin 4 was released on the 15th of March of 2011. Since then, 2K Sports that released this game has never announced another PlayStation or Xbox a Topspin game. And gamers like me that like sports, I really like tennis, and there's no game of tennis around since the PlayStation 4. I mean, it's been already like 5 years that the last Topspin was released, and 2K Sports isn't announcing any new Topspin games. Well, they've already told us that, well, we don't have the right team to do the Topspins game because we focus on the NBA and on, if I'm not mistaken, of the baseball. And but for gamers, this is a big must. There are no tennis games around, and we want a Topspin game. Topspin 4 was a very good game. He had online mode, he had career modes. You know, you could do your player and you could bring it to online. The career mode was very competitive. It was a very good game. You had Rafael, Nadal, you had Federer, you had Djokovic. Okay, some players were missing, but we want a Topspin game. Okay, this might not be a mainstream game, but I'm sure there are plenty gamers that want a tennis game for PlayStation or Xbox, and Topspin is the game to go. The last game I played of tennis was Virtual Tennis 4, and that was for the PS Vita. And PS Vita for me is dead. It's a matter of time. So Topspin 4, 2K, please give us Topspin 4. Number 4. If you recognize this dude over here, you know I'm talking about Half-Life 3, my friends. I'm gonna be honest, I've never played Half-Life. The game has been released, the second one has been released in 16 on November of 2004. That's a long time ago. And I know that lots of you are waiting very much for this game. But you know what guys, if the game hasn't been announced all this time, in my personal opinion, I don't think this game is going to be released so soon. But you know what, gamers would love to see this on. So Valve, just give the gamers Half-Life 3. What are you waiting for? Just give us the game, alright? So that's number 4, Half-Life 3. Number 3, Red Dead Redemption 2. Well, this game was very well received by all gamers when it was released in 18th of May of 2010. Rockstar usually doesn't announce their games on E3, but a map has already been leaked. I don't know if it's fake, if it's real, you can check it out, of course. But you take your opinions about the map, but I'm pretty sure that this game will be released in the near future. I'm not saying that's going to be announced in E3 because Rockstar doesn't like that, but no, it might be just around the corner. If you don't know, Red Dead Redemption is an open world game. You play as, if I'm not mistaken, you play as Thompson. What's his name again? Marston. That's it. You play as John Marston, and I'm not gonna give you a big what the game is because of course you already know what the game is. But how cool would it be if this game would be announced this year on E3? Red Dead Redemption 2. Well, I'll play the first one, and I would love to see. It's not gonna be a sequel. It looks like it's gonna be a prequel to the first one. So number 3, Red Dead Redemption 2. Number 2, The Last of Us 2. Man, how cool would it be to Naughty Dog and Sony announce The Last of Us 2? But well, guys, that's not going to happen because Uncharted 4 is just being released and it's gonna spend at least 1 year or something with this game, with DLCs and all fixes and all that stuff. So, and it's an exclusive, so Naughty Dog, it will be no Last of Us to announce. I can be mistaken, and I hope I am mistaken, but that's not going to happen. But how cool would it be to be announced? By the way, this trailer that you're seeing here is a work done by a guy called Fabien White. He's done this for a school project, so how cool is this? Go and check out his channel and give him some love because this trailer is very nice. So number 2, The Last of Us 2. Number 1, God of War 4. Man, I love God of War series. Perhaps you've already noticed in the intro of my video I have a little something from God of War soundtrack. So I'm a big fan of God of War and I would love to see a new game of the series come out in this year E3. And you know what? I think this might be possible. Okay, so think with me. Stay with me with this one. Uncharted 4 is going to be released next month and it's an exclusive of Sony made by Naughty Dogs. Okay, so Naughty Dog's going to be at least 1 year dedicating themselves to Uncharted 4 with probably DLCs, with more multiplayer content, fixing maybe some glitches, 1 or 2, and they won't be announcing any Last of Us 2 because they want to take all the time they will need with Uncharted 4 series. Since it's the last one, they want to make it right. But in the other hand, consoles like Xbox One and PlayStation 4, they live with exclusives, especially Sony. Now I'm a gamer and I have to choose one console, so I'm gonna see which console gives me the better games. And probably in my view, and I think generally, Sony and PlayStation 4 gives me the more exclusive games that I would like to play. So with the announcement of Uncharted 4, Sony won't have any exclusive for the gamers to be hyped for. So this is why I think God of War can be announced this year on E3 as the next big thing on PlayStation. Because God of War 3, as you know, ended with that, did he die, did he not die, he disappeared, so what's happening? He's gonna be a new God of War, he's gonna be the new Greek mythology, it's gonna be like chaos, because if you go to the old YouTube videos and Easter eggs, you're gonna find that there's gonna be a new hero and probably a new, let's say a new boss, and it's not gonna be Zeus, and probably it's gonna be chaos. Well, it might be true, it may be false, but the thing that I'm gonna say that I think this year might be the year of God of War announcements, and man, I would be so happy if they announced God of War. I just remember when I was a kid and I had my PlayStation 2 and I just put a game called God of War and I said, well, what the hell, let's try it. Blew me away until this day. I love God of War series. So number 1 for E3, let's hope it's gonna be God of War 4.